If you look at the mythology of the Mahabharata, one figure stands out as the ultimate architect of chaos. He is known universally by his hunched back, his torn mouth, and a brilliantly manipulative mind. Yet he was not born a monster. He began his career as Arya Suman, a remarkably handsome, highly ambitious, and smooth-talking nobleman in the Hastina court. Suman's ambition had one massive roadblock. The position of prime minister was held by Patih Gandamana, a fiercely honorable warrior whose physical strength was unmatched. Suman recognized immediately that challenging Gandamana to a physical fight was suicide. To usurp the position, he had to rely entirely on deception to twist reality in his favor. Sangkuni's grotesque scars are the physical record of his own ruthless political ambition. Suman's first maneuver was a calculated forgery. He intercepted a routine apology letter from a neighboring giant king and actively rewrote it into a hostile declaration of war against King Pandu. With the fake war declared at home, Suman traveled to the giant king's court. Posing as a loyal ally, he planted false intelligence, warning the giants that Gandamana was already marching to attack them. He then instructed the giants to exploit Gandamana's primary psychological flaw, his explosive temper. Suman mapped out a strategy to lure the enraged warrior toward a hidden environmental hazard known as the sumur, a deeply toxic well. The bait worked perfectly. Blinded by rage, Gandamana charged the retreating forces, fell directly into the toxic well, and was buried under a barrage of heavy boulders. Manufacturing a proxy conflict allowed Suman to eliminate a physically superior domestic rival without ever having to draw his own weapon. Suman returned to the capital and feigned deep grief over his rival's tragic death. Under the cover of sorrow, he whispered a subtle magic mantra to cloud King Pandu's judgment and was promptly awarded the title of prime minister. But his perfect crime had a critical flaw. Gandamana survived the well. A passing mystic transformed into a white badger and dug the prime minister out of the poisoned rubble. When Gandamana finally limped back to his estate, he discovered the horrifying domestic cost of Suman's deception. His wife had committed suicide to escape Suman's aggressive, unwanted advances in his absence. A kingdom can be stolen with a clever political maneuver, but the horrific collateral damage of that lie guarantees a violent, uncontrollable reckoning. That reckoning arrived immediately. The grieving, enraged Gandamana tracked down the fleeing Suman and cornered him. What followed was a brutal, one-sided beating. Gandamana's bare fists physically broke Suman's handsome features, tearing his mouth open, leaving his eyes bulging, and shattering his spine into a permanent hunch. When King Pandu arrived, he found his general holding a corpse and his minister physically shattered. Still blinded by Suman's magic mantra, the king accepted the lie that Suman's intentions were noble. He stripped Gandamana of his title and exiled him forever for the brutality of the assault. Suman kept his seat as prime minister, but King Pandu issued a final decree to ensure the truth remained visible. He renamed the minister Sangkuni. The name comes from Saka Uni, meaning from his own words, referencing how Suman's own false report of death had manifested into his own broken reality. Sangkuni successfully lied his way to the highest seat of power, but his grotesque, shattered body remains as the permanent physical manifestation